Teaching your dog to go to its bed on cue can be really useful as a calm behaviour for your dogs to do when something exciting is going on, like for example, you might be having dinner or you might be inviting guests into the home. We're going to start off basic with this one by teaching our dogs just to go to its bed whenever we ask it to. We're not going to add in the distractions at this point. So we're going to start off by teaching our dogs to follow the movement of a treat into the bed. So you're going to throw a treat into the bed, your dog will follow it, and when their feet make contact with the bed, you're going to click and then pop another treat onto the bed for them. It's really important that the food always comes from the bed itself rather than from your hands to their mouth, because we want the bed itself to be the kind of reinforcing area for them. Now we're going to start to use a fake treat throw. So you're going to pretend to throw a treat into the bed, and when your dog follows that normal movement, then you're going to click and treat them when they make contact with the bed again. Now we want to try and get more of our dog's body onto the bed. So if you've only been clicking for 1 or 2 paws making contact, now is the time to try and get 3 or 4 paws so that our dog is fully moving onto their bed when we lure them into it. So now we're going to add in our cue, and that can be whatever word you want it to be. So it could be in your bed, go to bed, or it could just be something like place. You're going to say your new cue, and then you're going to do that fake treat throw into the bed so your dog follows the movement to get in it. So you're going to say bed, hand movement, and then click and treat them when they get onto the bed. In your bed. Over repetitions, we're going to stop using our fake treat, and we're just going to wait for our dog to offer the behaviour themselves of getting on the bed. In your bed. Good boy. To set up for real life situations, we now want to start to be able to have a little bit of distance so that you could be sitting at the dining table and you could be having your dog sent to its bed at a little bit of a distance away from you. So to start off with, what we're going to do is we're just going to move ourselves slowly away from the bed, reusing your verbal cue to send your dog every time to the bed. But remember at this point still to run over and pop the treat on the bed every time they get rewarded. In your bed. When your dog has aced this behaviour, then we can start to actually set up by reinforcing them in a really calm position. So what we're going to do is when they get into the bed, we're going to actually use the treat to lure them into either a sit or a down. A down tends to be a good one if your dog is comfortable with it, because it's more of a relaxed pose that they could actually start to fall asleep in. The next stage is to build up some duration, so having our dogs hang out in their bed for a little bit longer. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to start sort of drip feeding treats to them. So once they're in their bed in their relaxed position, you're going to give them one treat, count for a few seconds, and then give them another. Again, and keep repeating this so that you're basically encouraging your dog to stay in the bed for a little bit longer. Over time, you will just increase the duration between each treat. So you might start off with every few seconds, then every few minutes, and then it might be that your dog only gets a treat every 20 minutes. So, but all your dog is learning that it's really reinforcing to stay in their bed rather than come out each time to be sent back into it. So it's really important that once we've also got our dogs into their bed, that we can give them a release cue so they can get out of their bed. So what we can do is we can use a word such as free to allow our dogs to break from the bed and actually go back to real life. Free. So keep on practicing with this one, building up the duration that your dog can spend in the bed and the distance you are away from them.